Do you know how magical you are? The systems of the world may have convinced you otherwise. Maybe the structures of modern-day life have left you questioning your true nature. Maybe you've temporarily lost touch with your own inner light and find it difficult to feel into the magic that you once felt. Maybe something within you has finally woken up. When I was really little, I never questioned how magical I was or how magical life was. It was second nature to dance with the fairies and sing songs with the trees. For me, there was a very real world layered right above this one. I didn't need proof. I didn't need to read a book or study anything at all to understand that I was experiencing a multi-dimensional, magical reality. My best friends were beings of light in different dimensions. I even remember the place I came from before I came to Earth. I always had a knowing that I had been around for a very, very long time, despite only being a few years old in this body. I could sense a deep awareness within my own soul, a connection to the stars, an unwavering and profound presence of love and protection. I felt ancient, even as a 4-year-old. I remember how it felt trying to hold on to this magic for dear life as the years passed, never wanting to forget, never wanting to be severed from the memory of who I was outside of this body. But as part of my journey here in this life, I knew that I would become disconnected from it, only to long for it once again. So as I grew into a teenager, and finally into an adult, I carried with me a deep and unquenchable thirst for something more. I looked for it in all the things that seemed bright and shiny, only to realize again and again that those things were only shiny on the surface. What I was searching for was something that could never lose its brilliance or its shine. The world became colorless and dim as I slowly lost my innocence. Surrounded by well-meaning adults who had also forgotten about their own magic, I soon knew the feeling of a broken heart as the dreams I once held within me slowly faded into the background. Being a preacher's daughter meant that I was taught to only focus on God and His will. Any form of artistry, spirituality, magic, or expression that existed outside the context of this religion was strongly discouraged. So, the gifts I once knew as an intuitive child slowly became shrouded with a skewed sense of duty, saviorism, and a responsibility to save the world from itself. In my early 20s, I began to wake up. My parents had just gone through a horrific divorce, and my mom and I eventually left the church for good. We broke generational cycles as we shakily rebuilt our lives on a new foundation. A few years later, I met a friend who invited me to a meditation class. I was hooked immediately. There it was, with something so simple as reconnecting to my breath and my body. The lights within me started to come back on, one by one. I didn't know before how very close I had been to the magic I was looking for. I didn't know that the magic never left me at all. I hadn't been disconnected like I believed, just temporarily asleep to it. I began to remember the magic I had once known and the power that surges through me and everything in the natural world. By spending time alone in nature, just listening and absorbing, I was reawakened to the truth of who I am at a soul level. I would pray to the earth, "Please teach me your ways." During a time in my life when I didn't know who or what to trust, I knew I could trust the earth. She pulled me back into her orbit and guided my every step. I began channeling energy in the form of movement, language, and song. I felt the wisdom of my ancient soul open like a cosmic eye waking up from a long slumber. I could tell it was difficult for the people who knew me when I had been asleep. I no longer fit into the boxes they had come to expect. For I had gone on a mission to destroy every box that once contained me. It can be really hard to trust my journey at times when it looks so different from the people around me. But there is a steady, slow pulse that guides me each day, and I believe it's guiding each of us. A rhythm as regular as the rising of the tides that seeks to shake loose everything that keeps us pinned in and cut off from our true nature. This ancient pulsing rhythm longs to set us free from the systems that have hurt each of us and the earth for centuries. There is a coming home just waiting to unfold within us, as we remember how magical and powerful we really are. What's there in the moments in between? I listen for a gap in thought, a momentary lifting of reality, thin fabric, a fine line I see through. Inhale, exhale. I listen. It's here somewhere, right where I left it. I forgot, so I could remember. The lights go out and something within me turns on. Nothing held in my mind, just a buzz in my body, a pulse, a beat, a memory. I collapse time, unwind, counting backwards. 3, 2, 1. Eyes open, falling through, I'm caught within the web of mystery from which I came.